go through the connected seat riding. This will be Gasra's second day with this. Yesterday we played with it, and took a while. So today we're going to just see, does he catch on quicker, or does he still take a while? And what we're going to do is just repeat everything we did yesterday. And so I'm going to just bring my life up and see will he go with me. And that was pretty nice because I just brought my life up, and he's actually walking right to the cone, and I offered for him to stop, but he didn't take my invitation. So I'm just going to let him walk around, keep the walk going here, because I'm not really working on getting him over to the cone yet, but I just want him to feel me because I just got on, so I need to get him moving someplace first. And with this exercise, you want to spend enough time going so your horse wants to stop. And yesterday we spent, 30-some minutes until he finally is like, I think I might want to slow down now. And that's the idea here is, can we get the balance between the go and the whoa? Is when you ask for forward, your horse goes, and when I quit, he stops. And see, that was nice. And yesterday, he remembers right here is where we stopped. So I'll let him have that for right now, because he listened to my seat. He came down. He was asking questions. That's really what I'm looking for. Eventually here I'm going to start getting a little more specific of, I want you over by the cone, or the green one, or maybe the orange one, or maybe someplace else in the arena. So I bring my life back up, say, come on, be with me, and get a real nice walk going. If he's not, then I use my crops. I don't want to get into a lot of driving with my seat at this stage, because I'm not asking for him to go any particular place yet. So I'm just asking him to go forward, and I'm just going to turn off. Hey, now we got something, because he's actually coming up when I go. And you just saw there, he actually came down when I softened. I relaxed and invited him to stop, and he took that invitation. I really like that. Especially, just got on him. Did some groundwork with him. But then got on, and he's already connected with me, and that's really nice. So that tells me that yesterday was a good day. We made some changes. So now I'm going to say, okay, can we go to the green cone? So every time he leaves, I'm going to say, let's go a little bit more. Can I extend that walk out? Make him work just a little bit harder. So it's making him work a little bit harder, but it's also getting him to pay attention to me, to respond to me. And the slower the gait, the longer it takes usually. You can also do this in a round pen. You don't have to be in a big area. So wherever you feel comfortable to do this, this is great for any horse. And you see how I let go of the reins. You can do that if you want, only if you feel safe. If you don't, by all means hold on to it. But if you can get to where you're not holding the reins, that really builds your confidence. So now he's leaving, so I'm saying, hey, come on. And I might even ask him up to a trot. See if he can get it a little quicker doing it through the trot. And he turns away, so I just ask him to do a little more. All my focus is down at the cone. I don't have to be looking at it necessarily, but everything about me is saying, if you go there, I'll leave you alone. I'll harmonize with you. If you don't, I'm going to be kind of a little bit of an annoyance, or a little bit asking more, more. And we ask for a little more forward. He's wanting to kind of be down here by his buddy, the gate. And I'm going to ask for a little bit more because he's turning away. As soon as he turns off, then I say, let's go. And there he turns to, I relax. And I'll let him have that cone if he chooses. Because he actually paid attention to me. He was heading to the green. I softened. He came down. He didn't quite get it. Then he changed. Went over this way, and I'll let him have that. So you can be flexible in this in the beginning and get a little more particular as they figure it out. The biggest thing is that he's really paying attention. When I bring my life up, he goes. When I soften, he comes down. So I'm going to bring my life up again, say let's go, focusing on the green cone. Wanting a nice forward walk. And he's kind of checking out, so I'm just going to ask for trot. When I get him paying attention to the moment I bring my life up, he goes. The moment I turn my life off, he shuts off. Then just imagine what you have when you pick up the reins. Your horse is already connected to you. And we're also teaching him that there isn't any one spot in this arena that is better than another, except for the spot that I have in my mind. And he figures out where that is through my life up and life down. Focus over towards the cone. Just before he turned, I softened slightly, thinking, oh, you're heading towards the cone, I'll let you have that. Then he turned, and then I went right back into riding the trot. And I soften. Focus over there. He comes down, I allow him for a little bit, then I'm going to bring my life up. And I can even help him, all of my focus is over there, saying, that's where I want you. He goes a step or two, then I ask again if he's get a step or two, so and he's thinking, oh, orange. I'm like, that's not the answer. So I'm because we will have to start refining this in a bit, or he'll just always kind of sort of get it. He's starting to ask questions, so I'm rewarding for that question, but as he gets it, I get more and more particular. Everything's a progression. Once your horse gets something, he's got that, he wants more. Right? He needs more from you, otherwise it just becomes boring. And if he quits really thinking about me, that's when I ask more of him. Think over to that cone. Nope, and he goes right on by, so I say, well, let's keep going. He thought about it for a moment when I softened, but then he kept going. Ah, good. He softened when I kind of let him come down, but I'm still saying, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. And you get to quit. And that was really nice, because he didn't take my invitation the first time, but he felt me shut off as I was coming towards him. And so now I'm just going to hang with him and really allow him to have that. But, look at the time it took from yesterday to today, so much quicker. So we're going to let him have a few minute break, and then we'll try it again. So there he gave Gasra a few minute break here, and now I'm going to actually ask him to walk off, because he's come to a halt. That was nice. Now he needs to be able to know that when my life comes up, it means go forward, that we need to go someplace. So I'm going to have him walk on down, and we'll just go down a bit, and then I'll start saying, okay, I'll let you, when you get back over by the green cone, I'll let you halt there again. So I create that picture in my mind, say that's where it is. Because now he's kind of like, oh, halt, I want to stop anywhere, everywhere. I'm like, no. The only place you get to stop is down there by the cone. So you have to pay attention to what my intent is asking. And I quit, and there it is. Now, is he thinking cone? Is he associating with the cone right here? Not really. But he's starting to get the general area. So I won't leave him as long as a reward, because he's not as precise. So I ask him off again, exhale. We get over to the green cone. I'll let you halt again. To get him there is through life up, life down. So when he heads that way, I'm going to soften a little bit. My intent is all over there, saying don't die yet. When you get over to the cone, and then he kind of left. He thought about the cone for a bit, then he left it. So now I'm going to say, move more. Your reward is by the cone. So focusing down there, not letting him stall out. And here I'll let him slow down a little if he's heading that way. If he veers off, then I speed him up a little bit. And quit. And I'm really exaggerating the letting my hair out and just doing that. So you can really hear what I'm doing is I'm just softening to give him that cue. Oh, this is where I get to quit. This is where I get to stop. And that's a really nice job for him today. It took maybe less than half the time it did yesterday. So we'll leave him with that, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Thanks for your time. See you then.